What's up, guys? Lenny, your fan of stuff too, and today I'm gonna be commentating over my round 15 Kino their Toten solo speedrun. Um, Essentially, this is a pretty good speedrun. I find there are maybe like a couple of small mistakes in it and a little bit of RNG elements that could have gone a little bit better, but in general, the run I think is pretty good. Um, there is not a lot of crazy strategies that are used, but I'm going to go over some details of what essentially happens in it. So we're going to be using theater mode here because I did record this off stream using theater mode because generally when I'm doing it on stream you see everything directly, but I played a couple rounds off stream and I ended up getting a world record, which was pretty good. You're going to see a little bit of a discrepancy here in theater mode. For some reason thermal doesn't show the zombies as red, so you might be asking like, oh, how does he see them, why isn't thermal showing? It's because in theater mode it doesn't show the zombies as red when you're zoomed in on thermal, which I don't know why it does that, but it does. Anyways, so we're going to be going into this run here. You might be noticing in the top left the splits are a bit weird. Again, I didn't have my splits ready when I was doing this. I just felt the round was really fast, so I just went back and split over it. I have the splits on the top left. You might be asking, why do I have 4 different splits? Normally people just do one split and they just run the whole run. In general, for me, I like to have multiple different splits just to split up the run a little bit, have essentially knowing where I'm at different points in the run to see how much time I need to make up or not make up. So I can know if, let's say, it's round 11 and I'm at 11 minutes left in the run, I need to hit a nuke within the next 1 or 2 rounds, or I need to hit a dog, and I'll be able to make it. Generally, also, this is in the less used case. If for some reason I hit a round 5 world record while I'm doing a round 15 run, I have the splits ready and I can see exactly what I'm doing. These early rounds, of course, it's just using the Shiva, killing things as fast as possible, jumping between the windows, letting them break in. You want a couple of quick zombies. We get really nice here with a really good, we're on a pretty good pace here with 205 round 4, and we have an insta-kill ready, which is going to speed up round 5 by a lot, essentially. I'm waiting till it's flickering as much as possible to be able to pick it up. Typically, you want to be picking power-ups up when they flicker. That was one of the first tiny mistakes in the run, where I picked up that insta-kill slightly late instead of just killing them, which cost about a second or so, maybe a bit less. But whatever, it's not too big of a deal, I don't think, in this case. The reason why you saw that reset at the start of the round, at the start of the run, was because my old strategy, or the strategy I used to do, is that you would look for the box in the first room going underneath the stairs rather than above the stairs, which essentially means that you'll only open one door and then you have access to the box. After seeing the world record run and after seeing the world record run going on the stage, I started doing that strategy. So my brain is a bit weird in its in my muscle memory, where half of my muscle memory wants to keep resetting until I hit a box underneath the stairs. The other half wants to go straight to the stage. We hit a round 5 dogs here, which is really important when you're doing these runs. A round 6 dogs also works, but it's a little bit more difficult. If you're in this room on the round 5 dogs, this is where you kind of want to stand, because you can see all the dogs, pretty much every single dog spawn, like almost immediately. Or you can at least hit them once, which will make them sprint after you, which is really good. The thing is, you want the dogs to run after you as fast as possible, so you want to be able to see them right away, even if it's just for a split second, because they're spawning behind something in that early round. You want to see them right away so they run after you, and they come to you faster. Typically, this area where I just came out of, that's the area you want to sit in for dogs. I didn't have the money, I don't think, or I might have had the money to open the door, but the dog round had already started and a dog spawned, and it's better to just kill the dog right away because you can only have 2 dogs on screen at once, which means that no dogs will spawn until one of the 2 dogs has been killed. So it's faster just at that point to not open the door, from my understanding of things. We are failing some shots here, as you can see. I'm a little bit nervous. I didn't actually kill that guy. I got the round 5 dogs, and we got a really good early round, so I was a bit nervous here. And I have killed many of my runs. You can ask my friend David how many runs I've killed, because I just get nervous and I screw up towards the end, which is unfortunate. But at this point, things are looking pretty good. We're really ahead here. A lot of zombies lined up. We just had enough money to buy the ICR. If we had gotten like a double points early game, this round could have gone a little bit faster. That's a quick round. That's a quick round 7, basically. Double points at this point doesn't really matter because we have the ammo, we have the money. We'll be able to pick up basically everything we need from now till the end of the game. ICR is obviously a really powerful gun. You can kill zombies till round 15 with just headshots and just spraying, which is really good. Attachments that are pretty necessary on the ICR. If you like the, I like to use the sight that turns red whenever you zoom in and you see a zombie, because sometimes it's hard to visually see zombies in like the darkened screen. So this will sometimes pop up red and you'll know there's a zombie there, even though you haven't, even though you don't really see him, which is nice. The other thing you need is obviously quick reload. That's probably the most important one, and then just whatever you can to reduce recoil or fire speed, increase fire speed while reducing recoil. Those things help out a lot, just so you kill zombies faster. On the stage here, it's really good. Initially, oh wow, that's actually a really good nuke. I forgot about that. But yeah, you want to hit good nukes. That sounds a bit obvious, but nukes are actually a really important thing in this run. And they're not as simple as just seeing a nuke and picking it up, because nukes only kill all the zombies on the map that are currently on the map. So if a round, for example, has 50 zombies, and I think in the game you can only have like 20 or 30 zombies on the screen at once. I think it's 24. I remember that's what it was in the early COD days, and I haven't really looked up anything new. But you can only have a certain number of zombies on the map at a certain time, which means that the nuke won't always end the round. And nukes that don't end rounds don't really give you as much advantage as nukes that end round. It's like a 10-second difference in how much time it saves, almost. Because if you hit a nuke in a round and there's one zombie left, you have to wait for that zombie to spawn, run to a window, then come in, and then come to you, and you have to hope that it's a window or an entrance that you can see pretty quickly. The other thing is also, if there's 2 zombies left, now they're not even guaranteed running. So it's very possible that those zombies are very slow, and it actually delays your round more than if you would have just waited and killed a couple more zombies and then picked up the nuke. So nukes are very important to hit them at the right time so that you can make sure that not only are you ending the round with the nuke, but you're not wasting time setting up certain things and then afterwards not gaining advantage off that setup. So now in the dog round, this is kind of where you want to sit. You can see kind of all the dog spawns almost immediately. You can't see every single one immediately, but you could see most of them, which is really nice. So for example, that guy, this guy, you could see them like pretty quick. With the insta-kill, the round went really, really fast, and we're going to be heading into round 10 sub 8 minutes, which is really good. And round 10. So we're actually going really quickly here, which is good. So at this point I was getting pretty nervous because the run was looking really up, like it was looking really good essentially. We were very ahead, probably like about 7 or 8 seconds ahead of PB, and we haven't really gotten many nukes. We picked up, I think, 1 nuke so far that's really helped us, and we got 1 or 2 insta-kills, and one of the insta-kills was on a dog round, so it wasn't super helpful. Maybe saved a half second or something, nothing crazy. Very important that max ammo was actually super useful to pick up. It didn't, because I was like running kind of low on ammo, I don't have to run back now and pick up the ammo off the wall, so that kind of made up a little bit of time, which is nice. So a lot of the power-ups do help you, even if they don't seem like they help you directly, just because of your positioning on the map and what your kind of situation, like the situation that you're in. Because you could pick up the KN94 and try to use that to like kill zombies, but 1, I don't have the attachments to be able to really take advantage of it, and 2, it's slower than the ICR in terms of killing speed. So it's just better to utilize the ICR the entire time. And 1 zombie left, and we're on round 11, under 9 minutes, which is very good. Gotta be careful for those carpenters. You never want to pick them up. They slow down your run. They can kill like anywhere from like 5 to 15 seconds of a run, which is like the opposite of a nuke. So you gotta be very careful with that, just so that you don't waste any time on a round with a carpenter. The last thing I want to talk about was the bombs on the ground, those mines. Those mines are not necessary, but they do help. The idea is that because there's only a certain amount of zombies that are allowed on the map at once, and they spawn as they die. So let's say there's 20 zombies on the map, and 1 zombie dies, a new zombie will spawn somewhere. And so you want to be killing zombies as quickly as possible. You don't need to line them up necessarily. It's more about just getting them off the map as quickly as possible so the next one can spawn. And the reason why the mines are somewhat useful, they're not absolutely necessary, but they're somewhat useful, is that when you're in this situation, zombies can spawn in front of you or behind you. And what that means is that if zombies spawn on both sides of you at the same time, you won't be able to kill them both at the same time. So if you throw a couple mines in the front and you turn around behind you, you can take out kind of two quote-unquote waves at the same time. And you can speed up the spawning process of the new zombies so that you can go a little bit faster. In this case, I'm a bit lazy with it and not super, I don't take advantage of it super hard. It isn't the most important thing, but it does help a little bit. And it's like those really small time savers that could make it like slightly faster. Now that last round, you saw a nuke drop at the end of the round, and I didn't pick it up right away, so you might be going like, oh my god, you wasted time, you didn't pick up the nuke. But there was only 2 zombies left, and for me to run those like that 1.5 seconds to go pick up that nuke versus taking 1 or 1.5 seconds to just shoot those zombies is effectively the exact same thing. So I just killed the zombies because I knew they were the last ones, just judging based off of like how many I'd already killed. And so it's very important to understand your position in the round. Now, if you're counting zombies, you're insane, because counting zombies till round 15 is extremely hard, and I have a little bit of trouble with it until round 5. So if you can do it on a round 15 run, then all props to you. But that'll give you probably the best advantage in taking nukes, is counting zombies, knowing how many are left, how many are allowed to be on the map at once, knowing all those details. So here we get an insta-kill, which is really nice. Insta-kill is actually better than nuke early on in the round like this, because nuke would just kind of clear the currently spawned zombies, and you'll have to wait for new ones to spawn. And I explained earlier how that sometimes doesn't actually save any time. Versus insta-kill, it lasts longer, and you might be able to kill more zombies with insta-kill than you can with the nuke. And so you can do things sometimes faster with an insta-kill than versus a nuke. So in this case, those early power-ups that drop, getting the insta-kills is sometimes better than getting the nukes. But nukes, of course, 99% of the time are the best things. That was a big fail there because I thought my insta-kill was still up. I know over here that I've killed enough zombies that the nuke is going to end the round, so I ran in and picked it up. It was risky, but in these types of runs, you got to take risks. If I would have waited another couple seconds there, might not have gotten world record at that point. So very important that you take risks, calculated risks, of course, but risks nonetheless, so that you can make sure that you are winning, that you are basically taking the least amount of time to do what you need to do. Sometimes it can cause really sucky deaths, but most of the time, or if you take as much advantage of it as possible, you'll be able to save time. Now, that was another big fail in the run. It took me forever to kill that first dog. Probably cost me about a second or two, which on a dog round is really important, because the whole point of the dog round is that you're saving time. And right over here, we got 1 dog left. We kill him. It's sub 13 when we kill the last dog. And now we're just waiting for the timer to stop because we needed to hit round 15, and boom, it's a 13:05, which is the fastest thing at the time. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the run. I hope my commentary was insightful to show you kind of my strategy and what I was planning on doing, and I'll see you guys next time.